You guys, I've opened up a DTube account and here's what it looks like, though I'm having some problems with uploading. Here is the web address to the DTube account if you want to get to it. It's going to be my free speech version of YouTube, but I've been having some upload issues. I did 8 yesterday with no problems, and now all of a sudden everything goes into the queue, and then it takes forever to upload, and then when I hit submit, it won't go. I get a message in the bottom right of the screen that says error, and it won't go. I think it's because I'm not doing it in order. I need to do number 1, the video first, then the screenshot picture, and then fill in the title and all that information. So I tried to do it today, and I was in the queue for 4 hours, so I just gave up and quit. So it was here is my Gab, my Twitter. I have a Twitter. I'm on Gab now, which is free speech version of Twitter. And here's what my site looks like. And I'm encouraging everybody to go there and visit this and join up. Here's my header for Gab, and then here is the web address for Gab if you want to get to my Gab account. Everybody join Gab and show Twitter that they need to support free speech. Listen to this.
Sir? He spat on me. What if I just decided to rear back and knock him out and clock him right there? And you know what they said? You'd be arrested. So this crazed lunatic is allowed to spit on me and not get arrested. And if I take justice into my own hands and rub his face into the pavement, I get arrested. So what does that tell you?
I have a very important YouTube channel. What I report on is what should be reported on in the news. And my life story affects the whole world because I'm the King David, Catherine the Great Woman, and I have at least about 200 famous men that love me and are willing to die for me. And therefore, I am a person of very strong influence in the world. For this reason, the Jesuit order created Loree McBride in their cloning labs to target me and make sure that I could not influence world events that would hinder the Jesuit order in their goal for a world takeover. And what happened with Loree McBride is they created her to sabotage Brent Spiner's love for me, and she was born with riches and fame handed to her on a silver platter, and she's used to that. So when the Jesuit leader Zach Knight came to Jesus, Loree McBride and her evil criminal husband, the Brent Spiner clone, decided that they did not want to give up their rich and famous lifestyle, which was handed to them on a silver platter. As it says in the Bible, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. And that is so true. And that Alex Jones news reporter, what he's going through, that person who spit on him is a typical Loree McBride Jesuit. In fact, all the marchers in the background were showing pink posters and wearing pink hats. Pink was Angelina Ballerina's trademark color, and Zach Knight executed Angelina Ballerina on January the 7th, 2017, in our final battle with her when she launched a Sarakaki onto Earth that had the power to destroy the universe 3 times over. And I risked my life, me and Zach both, to save the planet, and we succeeded. And it was a miracle we didn't die ourselves, but Jesus gave me a very powerful Gail shield. Anyways, my life story is at my YouTube channel, and I have been making a video at least once a week since January 2011. And Zach Knight and my men said they wanted to be sure that Loree McBride could not take down my YouTube channel, and if she takes down Twitter, they wanted me to have a Twitter backup. So they encouraged me to open up an account with Gab, which is the free speech version of Twitter. And they also encouraged me to transfer my entire YouTube channel over to DTube, which is part of Steemit. Steemit's kind of like the free speech version of Facebook. And so I signed up for Steemit. I got approved a couple days ago, and I had no problems loading the first 8 videos. You have to use MP4 format, and there's still some bugs in the program. But like I said, I have a very important life story, and Loree McBride is trying to shut down my freedom of speech and make it so that the world can't hear my story. In fact, Jesus considers my life story so important that he has ordered me in the Gail commandments, which I'm reading up there on my wall. Thou shalt make a YouTube video every week to share the victories, defeats, and daily struggles and joys of your life with your followers. This will serve to archive your life for future generations of tribulation saints. So my men told me that they wanted to be sure that just in case Loree is able to take down my YouTube channel, that I would have a backup, and that would be DTube. I have a link to the Alex Jones. I want you all to watch this. This Alex Jones reporter talks about the experiences he had with a Loree McBride Jesuit. And the way this guy operates is typical of how Loree and her followers are. They use intimidation, psychological manipulation, and brain control on their victims. And Loree McBride is really good at intimidation and extortion. The way she maintained her relationship with Brent was she threatened to kill me if Brent wouldn't let her be Brent's public girlfriend. And she uses death threats. She's actually guilty of murder. She's dropped so many bombs worldwide. I think the world's starting to get used to this, and this isn't good. We need to fight this woman. She needs to go down. She's evil. She's dropping bombs that have germs in them. It's a form of biological warfare. And she uses these germs, and a lot of these germs are yeast germs, and these yeast have an affinity for nervous tissue. And what they do is cause mental illness in the people that get infected with these yeast. And I have noticed that a lot of my supporters are dropping like flies. What Loree McBride does is she tries to isolate me from my support network, and she tries to bankrupt me. She's been doing this for a long time. I mean, I'm actually a New York Times best-selling author, and I've had all my writing proceeds stolen, and because of clone versions of the internet that the Jesuit uses to funnel my stolen proceeds to Jesuit banks. Now, having Zach Knight on our side is helping out a bit, but Loree McBride has got a horde of Jew clones, scientists, and lawyers that are assisting her in her criminal enterprises, and she's doing a ton of money laundering and all sorts of terrible things. I think she's behind the Anti-Defamation League, and they seem to have taken over all of the major mainstream media outlets. So it's like she's got like George Orwell's 1984 version of the thought police out there monitoring anything and everything. Anyways, folks, my strategy, I believe that my men are going to get this problem fixed. I think Loree McBride blew up some servers at DTube, and that's why I can't upload any videos right now, where they stay in the queue for like 4 to 6 hours and don't move. And once she figured out I was uploading to DTube, I think she actually dropped bombs or sent missiles onto the servers of DTube. So I think my men are going to get that fixed eventually, even if they have to move DTube onto Church of Gail spaceship, or maybe Zach Knight's Jesuit space fleet, so they can operate in safe quarters. But Jesus uses my men to give me advice, and so whenever they tell me to do something like to start up a DTube channel or join Gab, I do what they say, and I take that as orders from Jesus himself, because I'm in submission to my husbands, and I do whatever they tell me to do. That's what a good wife is supposed to do when she has a good, godly husband like I do. So Jesus uses my good, godly husband, Brent Spiner, to tell me what to do with my life, and he tries to protect me. And Jesus is very concerned about protecting my YouTube channel. I just read you one of the Gail commandments, so I have a very important story. I want to tell you all out there, I'm seeing my supporters drop like flies. Jesuit Loree McBride she's attacking you. What she's doing, anybody who gives me financial support, she's trying to make it so that they're unable to give me money. And I'm noticing a lot of my supporters at Patreon, like I don't have any Pepe supporters right now, except I think one, but it's not kind of like not really a Pepe supporter. And which I find rather strange. I think Loree McBride is threatening some of my followers, or what she's doing is she's saying, who's supporting Gail? Well, I'm going to go in there and cause problems in that supporter's life so that they can't financially support Gail. You say, oh, you should be in a panic. No, no. Jesus told me to only spend money on food and bills. I know that as long as I obey the Gail commandments, though I did get a $50 Christmas present, and I bought me a bath rug and a manual alarm clock and some more underwear and a windshield wiper blade for my car and stuff like that. But I'm not going to spend any more money. I mean, if I do that, I will definitely I went a little bit over 50, but I wanted to be able to see when I drive, so I bought the windshield wiper blades. But the thing is, Jesus will take care of me. So, folks, you need to be on Seroquel. People obey the Gail commandments, okay? I notice a lot of my followers, she's really stressing them, my supporters, my financial supporters, she's really stressing them out. And what she's going to do is if she can't get you to go down, she'll get she'll attack your family. And she's attacking my supporters' families. Everybody, please, everybody needs to be on Seroquel. It's the Gail commandments. Jesus told me, he said, your supporters need to know about the Gail commandments too, Gail, not just you. I'm going to have a link for the Gail commandments underneath this video. Everybody. The number one, Gail, the first thing on the list, thou shalt take Seroquel, the medication designed by Jesus every day as prescribed at the same time every day. That isn't just for me. That's for everybody. Did you know all the men on my marriage list are taking Seroquel? It's not just me. You know what's going to happen to you if you don't take Seroquel? Loree McBride's going to win. She'll get you. She's dropping bombs worldwide that have yeast in them that go right to your nervous system. They will literally enable her to use brain control on you, and she can actually turn you into a schizophrenic. She can cause you she can give you a mental illness using the yeast. And if you don't take Seroquel, you're shot. And not just you, but you and your family and your friends, everybody needs to be on Seroquel. I'm telling you this, folks. It's not a joke. I'm seeing my supporters fall like flies. And you know what I think it is? You guys don't believe that you need to do the Gail commandments. You think it's just for me. I think the only thing that might be an exception is I don't think you have to worry about making a YouTube video once a week. But every other Gail commandment is not just for me, it's for you all too. And if you don't do it, you're going to drop like flies. Loree McBride has got very powerful brain control, okay? Anyways, go check out my YouTube channel, my new DTube. I'm confident Jesus will get that fixed using my man, and I'll be able to upload. I'm going to upload the entire channel from beginning to end in the order in which I uploaded them to YouTube. And you all can a lot of you just recently came on, so you can follow me now, okay?